If you want to create an ISO image file from a bootable USB flash drive, then this video should be really helpful to you, because in this video I'm going to show you two different methods and two different programs that you can use to create an ISO image file from a bootable USB flash drive. So to get started, right here I've got this USB flash drive, which is a Windows installation disk with Windows files on it, and I'm going to be creating an ISO image file of this USB flash drive. Now the first program that I'm going to be using is called AnyBurn, and you can get it from anyburn.com. You can just go to the download section on this website, and then you can download the 64-bit edition. Then you can just click on open file so you can run the AnyBurn setup. Just go through all of the normal installation prompts, and then once it's finished, it should open automatically. And this is what it will look like, and you'll have a lot of different tasks that you can choose from. Now the task that you want to select here is this one called Create Image File from Files and Folders. So you can click on that. Then you can click on Add. And in this new dialog box, you can navigate to your USB flash drive, which in my case is this ESD-ISO. Then you can select one of the files and then press Ctrl and A. So you can select all of those files, then click on Add, and it's going to add all of those files to this window here. So once you've added all of the files, you can click on Next. Then you can click on this folder here. So you can select a save location for this ISO file. I'm going to select the desktop, and then for the file name, I'm just going to call this Windows ISO, and then click on Save. For the image file type, I'm going to leave ISO selected because that's what we want to create. So I'll just click on Create Now, and it's then going to start creating an ISO file from the files and folders on that bootable USB flash drive. Once it's finished, you'll see that it's created the image file successfully. Then you can just exit. And if we have a look at my desktop here I've got this Windows ISO file, and if I right click on it and mount it, it can be mounted on this computer. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this setup just to test that the files are working. And indeed it is working because the Windows setup is launching from this ISO file that I just created. So I'm just going to exit this setup. And then I'm also just going to unmount or eject this ISO file. And I'm also going to delete it from the computer, because I want to show you method number 2. And for method number 2, you can go ahead and download a program called ImageBurn, and you can get it from imageburn.com. And once you're on the page here, you can go to the Downloads tab, and I suggest using Mirror 7 by ImageBurn. Once it's downloaded, just click on Open File so you can start the setup. Then just go through all of the normal installation steps, accept the terms, and then just continue clicking on Next until it installs. Click on Yes to check for updates, and then click on Finish. Once you have it installed, just launch it on your computer. Once it's launched, you'll have this option to create an image file from files and folders. You can go ahead and select that. Then for the source, you need to select this little icon here. Click on that. And then you need to navigate to your USB flash drive, which in my case is the ESD-ISO. Then click on Select Folder. Then for the destination, you need to click on this icon here, and then you need to select the save location. I'm going to select the desktop again, and I'm going to call this Windows ISO once again, and then click on Save. Once you've done that, go over to the Advanced tab here, then go to Bootable Disk, and then click on this option to make the image bootable. Then click on this icon here to browse for the boot image. Select the boot folder. Then just select this etfs boot file here. Then click on Open. And then for the developer ID, you just need to enter Microsoft Corporation. And I guess you only need to do this if you're creating a Windows ISO. But if you are, go ahead and follow those steps. And then once you're ready to create the image file, you can click on this button here, and that's going to start the process. You might get some prompts. Whatever you get here, just click on Yes to all of them, and then on OK, and then it's going to start the process. Once it's done, you'll see that it completed successfully. Then you can just click on OK, and you can close the program. Then you'll also have this Windows ISO folder on your desktop. Now you might also have another file, which is an MDS file. You don't need to pay any attention to that file. You can just use the normal ISO image, which is this one here. And just to test it out again, I'm just going to mount it, then run the setup file just to see if it works. And it does work because we could launch the Windows setup. So I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, please click the like button, and I'll talk to you guys soon.